your bed, I'm watching you heading home. Grim-faced and rushing, locked in your mobile phone. Tomorrow I'll be there to ignore. And I can feel the silence knocking on my bones. But the road is gone, my bottle has run dry, and I can feel the darkness scrape my soul. Cold and hungry, I got nowhere to go. And after all these miles, I got nowhere to go. I'm lonelier now than I've ever been on the road. I make good time, so I've got left alone. How far would you go to stay inside the drain? They squeeze the time, so I turn to amphetamine. But if I hit the car in the city, who knows? But I'm out here on the highway, and I can still hear her silence. Oh Lord, I know I can come home, but in your mercy, won't you let me roam? Like a lonesome breeze blowing to and fro. But I would never, no, it never hurt no one. But God is quiet, the bottle has run dry, and I can feel the silence in my bones. I guess I was right when I sang to you before. Tomorrow I'll be easier to ignore, easier to ignore.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first Cafe Locked Out quiz show. The first question of the night comes from Simon O'Rourke, who said, "Who is that old prick?" Well, amongst our group is someone who claims he is a mirror. So maybe Simon could look in his mirror and find out who he is. Anyway, that's a song that I wrote. Ben Antoniadis did a version of it once in the car that was great, but we never recorded it, and Ben's gone. So Simon has been banging 2 days, and he's done his own version of it. So it's no AI. No AI. That is a human who heard a human's poem, and he's done human music to it. We changed a few lyrics around, and this is what we have. So I'm going to do another version. That's the first version we did today. Anyway, I think it's fantastic. And Simon's a great fella. Anyway, we're going to jump straight into this. And there's one reason I'm doing this. And that's because, well, everything's a bit too fucking miserable, isn't it? Isn't it? And we need a bit of a laugh. And what better way to laugh than to laugh at ourselves? So here you go. I have no idea how this is going to answer because you can all Google at any time. So you can Google really quickly. So I'm only going to give you 10 seconds to answer. So I'm just going to see where the comments are now. And Kelly is over there and she's going to put up the first comment really quickly that comes in. Okay. So here you go. This is an oldie and it was so old I'd never heard of it. And when I looked it up, I thought, seriously? Seriously? So anyway, let me find the thing with the gum. Okay. What year did Paul McCartney apparently die? Waiting, waiting, waiting. Stop Googling. Just guess. Just guess. Anyone come in? Nothing in yet. Started with a hearty. Still nothing in yet. Waiting with a hearty. Still nothing. No, 1968 from Denise Emery. No, good. More. No, General 1964. 96 Drop Bear. I love you, Drop Bear. Is he still alive? That's the trick question. That's the best hat ever. I know. Coming in. 1982. No, thanks, Jules. 1965. Close. 1973. What are you thinking? Question marks. I know. I was the same. 1972. You're too far. 1966. Amanda. Yes. Let's put Amanda. Amanda, you are great. Apparently, Paul McCartney is dead. And what happened is apparently on November 9, 1966, Paul McCartney got into an argument with the other Beatles, stormed out of the studio and was promptly, actually, I can put this on here. Yeah, let's go. This is here. Paul McCartney, keep going. He stormed out of the studio and was promptly decapitated in a car accident, which is not very good if you're the lead singer of a band. To cover the whole thing up, the band hired a lookalike and a sound-alike. So here we have, I think on the left is supposed to be the real Paul McCartney, and that's the lookalike that they got. I also got another image of it because I really was. So this is apparently from 1967, a year after he was decapitated. And so this is the stand-in, I guess. And so this is what he looked like a year later. What do you think? They just happened to find someone in Liverpool who looked exactly like Paul McCartney, sounded exactly like Paul McCartney, and apparently he's dead. Okay. The world is crazy. We are going to get to COVID things and stuff like this. So Amanda is one. Congratulations, Amanda. This journalist over here, this stern, angry, white, mature male, had a bit of umbrage with this female here, and he happened to call her a fat lesbian. How many days in jail did this journalist get for calling this journalist a fat lesbian? Go. Yeah, I'm trying to get music. No. No. Yes, Brad Cruz. Good on you, Brad. Swiss writer who called journalist fat lesbian sentenced to 60 days in prison. 60 days in prison for calling this one a fat lesbian. So there you go. Anyway. Now moving on. In England, this man here raped a girl. How many years or days or minutes did this man get in prison? Wrong one. On the left. Getting? Zero. Earl Jackson from America. Earl from Texas. That is correct. A Muslim man who raped a 13-year-old woman in the UK was allowed to walk free because he didn't know rape was illegal. 13-year-old girl, it says on my thing. 13-year-old girl. That's what it says. I'm reading what's there. In the UK, he was allowed to walk free because he didn't know rape was illegal. I intend maybe the next time I get pulled over for speeding or not wearing a seatbelt, I intend to say, I didn't know speeding was illegal. I didn't know. Okay, let's have a bit of fun. Watch this. The question will come after it, and we're after creative answers.
It's Menopause Barbie. She comes with a fan for hot... Meet your new best friend. It's Menopause Barbie. She comes with a fan for hot flushes, antidepressants, HRT tablets, and wax strips for her hairy chin. Other accessories include chocolate bars, panty liners, a cat, some glasses, some spot cream and some Vagisil. Don't forget the sleeping tablets. Menopause Barbie is prone to outbreaks of crying for no reason whatsoever, or she might just shout at you for no reason whatsoever, and then she'll have a drink. Get Menopause Barbie today.
The question is, you ready? You got your notepads out? The question is, what does the Ken doll that comes with that Barbie look like? We are after creative replies. Maybe I should get some music on while I think. Waiting for a reply. What does Ken look like? I got no idea. I don't really have any music. Fat Russie Colt doll. That's good. Big booty. That's good. Simon, it's 5 o'clock. Up out of your pants. The same thing. That's right. That is Ken. That is Ken. That is Ken. That could be an answer.
And it's Menopause Barbie.
That could be Ken. Could be Ken. It's where we live in now. Man boobs. Yes, Rachel. I can definitely see man boobs. Comes with a shield and a sword. I'm not sure. I'm just going through. Like Barbie, a wanker. Sometimes the simplest is the best. How many women? See you, guy. See you, mate. See you, mate. You can't because you're not going to enjoy the show now. A doormat. An absolute mess. Pregnant belly. Blue hair and uses man tampons. Brad is in front with 2. Brad Cars, I'm sorry, he's in front with 2. I'm putting him down. Yeah, I'm just putting him here so I know. Brad Cars is number 2. Albo in a bikini, not Ken Dolashimo. Yeah, all good, but I think he nails it. Okay. Now moving on, I have a series of questions here. Now we're going to go back to some lockdown ones. Let's see. Okay, what bizarre exemption let some things stay open in Sydney while pubs died? A, casinos remained open. B, pokies counted as essential mental health. Gambling responsibly in a pandemic. What of those? What of those is it right? Is it A, the casinos remained open while the pubs died? The pokies counted as essential mental health. Gambling responsibly in a pandemic. I think I said that wrong. Anyway, look, screwing up here. I think I said that wrong. So there's that. We'll move on. This is an easy one. Which Australian state had the longest continuous lockdown? New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, or Tasmania? That's an easy one. Easy, 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 easy. Waiting. Brothels, casinos. Yeah, who was first? Australia for freedom. You are in. Victoria, it is. Here's a slightly harder one. How many days in total were Victorians locked down? To the day. Vic, Vic. Yep. Who was first with Vic? Australia for freedom. Yeah, I'd just like to know so I can keep things. So just communicate with me so I know. All right, I'll keep thing. I can see Brian there. Looks like Brian to me is the one with the right answer. Brian Pritchard. You lovely thing. Brian Pritchard from Crofts Harbour. 262 days. I believe he's the first one. He's the first one I've seen. Correct. 262 days. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing. So anyway, I'll get rid of menopause Barbie. Okay, this is going back to the future now. Let me have a look here. Go thing. Oh, this is an older one. Actually, this is an older one. When Kennedy was assassinated, how many people were in his limousine? Don't Google it. You got 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zeusy, you're in trouble. You can't win, Zeus. You got to move to Facebook. 6, 7. Yeah, we need a timer. No, I thought it was 4, 5. I thought it was 5. It's not 5. No, I got the picture. I'll bring it up in a sec. No. Paula Fenn. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Beautifully done, Paula. Did you do it, Paula? Were you the one? You finally come out? Is that it? Is that why you knew? It's okay. Now, getting on to thing. Getting on. Oh, where'd that thing go? Oh, yes. Here it is here. I thought I had an image of it. Let me go to the image file. Okay. Now, many people believe that Netanyahu is dead. Everybody's dying. And that he was killed by the Iranians, basically at the same time that we killed their leader. But he appeared recently and did a video, and here's a quick snapshot. What's wrong with that image? 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 6 fingers. That's correct. He has 6 fingers. And I'll show it to you again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 5 fingers and a thumb. And now apparently it is possible. I got this here. Apparently it is an affliction. I don't know if anyone's seen it before, but he's got 6 fingers. Now, some people are saying it's AI. In fact, like everyone. But Israel is saying it's an optical illusion. You know, so it's an optical illusion that sometimes, as you know, as we often see when we're walking down the street and we take a photo, often, literally every second photo we take, for some reason, the camera adds an extra finger. So that's from today. That's from today. Hopefully for now. Okay. Going down here. Yeah, the things from the COVID, they're really strange to look back at because you want to make fun of them, but you kind of can't because it's just so mental. So I'll just do another one. Okay, this was what you could get a fine for. What household gathering got policed heavily? Or basically, what could you get in trouble for doing these? More than one pudding per pub meal, hosting your own birthday indoors, video games with mates, or all qualified for fines. One of those was early on was a ridiculous thing. So if you went to a pub and you ordered 2 puddings, well, you couldn't go to a pub, they were closed. Hosting your own birthday indoors, video game nights with mates, all qualified for fines. Nope. Almost. So it's either what is it? One. So it's one is more pudding. B, hosting on birthday parties. 3 is the answer. Who's first one to get number 3? Is that Denise? No, it was video games at home with boys. That was one of the first ones. Oh, Carolyn, I think Carolyn O'Neill, Bronwyn Robertson. Anyone before her? Bianca Hunt. Bianca Hunt. Is that Bianca Hunt? No, Jeremy Braid Matthew. Jeremy. Anyone before him? No, he's the winner. Okay, that was close, but you got in first. There he is. Congratulations, Jeremy Brady Matthew. Okay, we don't have an answer for this. This has just come out, but Pedro Pascal has turned up at the Oscars, and everyone's saying that he's trying to communicate something. What is he trying to communicate? 10 seconds after you see the video.
Right ahead. Straight ahead. And a couple straight ahead if you are. Oh, looking beautiful. And with those eyes. And Pedro. Right here, sir.
Pedro, this camera.
And then straight ahead, Pedro, please. Oh, hands on me.
Yeah. Pedro, this way.
Anyone got any ideas? Remember, this hate speech laws in place. Trick question. What do you think he was trying to communicate to the world? Helen Williams, you're down. Oh, she wasn't the first. Someone beat her. Oh, sorry, Helen. Karma Kiradia. That's the thing name. I think that's actually ASIO. ASIO, are you playing? Come on. I know you love us. Sorry, Helen. You came close. You came very close. It was the second, but it's okay because if Karma Crit is an ASIO, then ASIO will be after him. Okay, so here we go. Now, there it is. Yeah, oh, yeah, I've got that done. Okay, moving right along. Got this. Okay. This I just have to put up because this is our country now. And the question is, this is not a multiple choice. This is a philosophical question. How does this make sense? Ten seconds to make sense of why the little fella up there, who might be becoming a gynecologist because he's going to become a doctor, so maybe he's doing research, and the one below who misgendered someone fined $95,000. Makes no sense at all, says Lynn Cumming. You know, I'm Lynn. I'm kind of going with you, but I'll see what else happens. Karen Peterson is too jealous of my hat, which was made by, he's Vietnamese, was made by Kelly. Too distracted, illogical crimes. Lynn. Okay, this is, I'm going with Lynn Cummin. I think it doesn't make sense at all. Everyone after her, his father paid the government. Yeah, that could be it. The world is fucked. Mind blowing. You have to be mental. The country is. It doesn't make sense. Oh my God. We put, yeah, have to be, yeah, put them up, Kel. The country is fucked, says Zelda. All these make sense. It doesn't make sense. Pedos around the country. It doesn't. None makes sense. It doesn't make sense. Evil shite. No sense. Yeah, evil. Yes, I am, man. I'm with you all. Okay, moving it on. Um, okay, this is a thing for today. It's been a big thing today. I don't have a video for it, but what was mentioned in court today, which is an a world first. What was mentioned in court today about the COVID jabs, that is a world first. They were called something in court. 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, the lights from the sun. No. Earl Jackson. He's the best. He's the best. Yep, Earl. I think that's 2 for you, Earl. 3. Oh my God. Earl is in front. The Yanks are beating the Aussies. Bioweapons. They've been called a bioweapon in court. And apparently, I can't remember the name offhand. I'd have to look it up. The person who was going to come into court and testify to that and agreed to testify that they had the evidence to prove that has mysteriously died just before going to court. Coincidence, as Paul says. Paul says coincidence. Okay, going back to the question. Now, this one is a question you have to answer quickly. What is the cost of fuel on the middle of the Nullarbor right now? Da da da. Do do do. I had to look it up too. Okay, it's a trick question because we can answer it again at the end of the show and it'll be up. It's $2.95 according to that's it's $2.95 for diesel, $2.85 for thing. So about $3. They're all about the same. Yeah. But let's ask again at the end of the show and see if it's gone up. That'd be interesting. How you, Vaughn? How you going? Thanks for the great dinner party the other night. 2 sucks and a You were supposed to send me questions, Jason. I've been waiting on them, brother. I've been waiting on them. 2 sucks in the cunt. Okay. Okay, now this actually shocked me. So I'll just see if I can bring this up. This is a share screen. Okay. So here it is. What do all these 4 people who are getting this medal have in common? And I'll go through. There's Tom Hanks, Ellen the Degenerate, Oprah, and Bill Gates. What do they all have in common with getting that medal? 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Yeah, they're good, Denise. Close. No, where Denise. She's in. Yes. Denise D. They all went to Epstein Island. Well, we need the evidence of the pedos, but we do have evidence that they're at Epstein Island and they did get the Congressional Medal of Honor or whatever that is in thing. Don't you think that's interesting? Don't you think it's interesting? Do you think they've been asked for their medals back? I don't have the answer to that one. I don't have the answer to that one. Now, moving on. Okay. This is another. Actually, I can't play this one. I do it, but this is. Yeah, I can't do that one. I can't do that one. Okay. Dr. Francis Boyle. That was who was going to testify. He was going to testify to how they are a bioweapon. But he happens to have just unfortunately died. Okay. During the lockdowns, what service did Cambodia demand from tourists? A negative test and a puppy rental, a mandatory hotel quarantine, or $3,000 deposit for COVID services. Oh, so that's A, negative test, B, mandatory hotel quarantine, A, 3,000 deposit for COVID services. Yeah. C, managerial light toaster. Whoever you are, you won. Yeah, that's true. $3,000. $3,000. Okay. What weird rule hit public housing towers in Melbourne? A, residents locked in buildings for days. B, no visitors, not even family. C, ring of steel police checkpoints. Or D, all of the above, and it all felt like dystopia. D. It's D. Zelda. Is it Zelda? Australia for freedom. Whoa. She's hot to trot. Well done, Zelda, for coming in, but she's hot to trot. In one Australian state, what outdoor sport got banned alongside golf? Was it skiing? A, skiing. B, tennis. C, cricket in the park. Or D, all of the above? Yep, D. D it is. Who's D? Managerial ale light toaster 3456. You're doing well, whoever you are. Well done. Well done. I think he's up to 2. So how are we going? Earl's in front with 3, Brad with 2. Australia for freedom with 3. It's pretty close. Pretty close. Anyway, yep. Okay. According to David Icke, reptilians govern us all, and the Queen was, and and the King is a lizard. Creative question. What species of lizard is the king? Oh, is Dr. Dan winning the quiz? I know he's reptilian. That wasn't the question. We got an iguana. Reptilian. I know thing. Yeah, what sort of lizard? An evil lizard. Species. Lizard. Yeah, I know lizard. You didn't answer the question. What species of lizard? Chameleon. Oh, I think chameleon is the winner. One Aussie Rose. That's true as well. Horny devil. Water dragon. Yeah. Fuck autocorrect, says Ali. Frilly neck, blue tongue. Dr. Dan is disqualified. I think it's lovely that he's playing. He probably wants my book as a prize. Queer. Yeah, I'm going with, who was the one we were going with? Chameleon. Chameleon wins a prize. Is Dr. Dan a reptilian? I don't know. Now, the last thing, this is the last question. So these questions went quicker than I thought. I thought it was going to take longer. So I've got loads of questions. A load of them are quite boring. Now, let's go to a 9/11 question. There is a very famous video. I did get it, but it was really blurred, of a BBC reporter reporting on Building 7 collapsing. What was the interesting thing about that video? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Oh, hey, big cones. That's right. It was behind her. It was still up. It was still up. See you, Dr. Dan. It was still up. And she said it down, and it stayed up for 20 minutes while they talked about its destruction. So how'd we go? Who's the winner? So we need a tiebreaker. We've been doing these questions all day. I'll just see if I've got any left that come through. Oh, I know. Hold on. Jean, hold on. Early in the pandemic, a French virologist claimed that it had been engineered with, and he was famous for isolating the AIDS virus. He was who woke me up. What's his name? I'm looking at the questions here. They found the password. Yes. Earl Jackson. Earl from Texas has taken out the first quiz show. I was hoping it to go longer, but all the questions have been done. So Earl, you have a choice. Unfortunately, it might give away stuff, but if you want to contact us on Michael at cafelockedout.com, which is it's actually a Proton email. And you know, this is another question. If you have a Proton email, what happens if you forget your password and you refresh your password? You know, you get a new password. What happens? This is just a supplementary. Oh, there's so many times. Good idea. Shit execution. Do better next time. Thank you, Mr. Precha Suvalaki in Stories of Restaurants. Oh, what did she say? Yeah, it all becomes cryptic. It all becomes you can't read anything, you can't access any of your emails. I didn't realize that. So you gone from there. Uh, but what we're thinking of, and to be honest, I might have to take this off, is you lose your emails. That's right. Now, Earl, we can send you a cap, we can send you a book, or we can send you the album that we have, or maybe I don't know. That's about it. Uh, you let us know with your thing, and we'll send it to you. That's this. Now the other thing too, and this is on a serious novel, a serious point. We're looking forward to do interviews. We've got several interviews coming up, but isn't it just heavy all the time? And the other side is constantly selling us insanity and fear, and we're kind of sending it back. We're kind of doing the same. And oh, please, yeah, that's. And so I think for people out there, we've got to start having fun and living, you know. And maybe, like someone said, "Oh, shit, execution." Or maybe it's because we've forgotten how to have fun. There was and things like that. So this is Proton a free email. It does have a free version, Daniel. No, unfortunately, we don't do CDs unless Simon's got a CD burner. No, it's online. And let me think. You could almost be saying Pat, Michael. Tinfoil hat or unvaccinated female. Does eating K-on result in rainbow poos? That's interesting. I love it. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you so much. That's the thing. Oh, okay, cool. There's yeah, the tin hat is fabulous and could be auctioned. Yeah, I mean it's just thrown together. It's going through. I think it's really good with the question, you know. It's but as we're going forward, so we are going to do Loved Up again because we're sort of because we're stuck now. We've got time to go through the things because you've got to remember there's only two of us in a bus, and getting other things done, things get out of hand, and you got to do the Substack and stuff. So look, you don't know all that stuff, but it does take time. But we want to have more fun. I think we used to do it with the No Goat show, but those boys, it's not possible to do that at the moment. George Keswick does a brilliant thing. The What the F boys do a brilliant thing. And so we're looking for it because laughter is a gift from the gods. And you realize now that basically they're trying to outlaw it. Like if you've seen in England now, they're trying to outlaw, you can't put Muslims down at all. Even if there's an incident with, say, some extreme Muslim, you could go to jail for saying something about it. Is that coming here? I don't know. Apparently, I read online, and you can't say, that the Bondi shooters actually left a video or a manifesto video with ISIS flags all around them. I don't know if this is true, but it's what they're stating. But the government and everything hasn't played it. But it was clear that this was if that's true, why not see it? They come out and they say there's no evidence of Islam. So we're actually living in a question. And if you want, maybe you could send some questions in because I've spent like 3 hours going through these questions, trying to find things that balance it and go like this. So if you want, Brad, you were great, brother. If it was send some questions in, and maybe once a fortnight or something, or maybe like Saturday night. When you think of it, Saturday night, people can't go out. Yeah, the River of the Sea. That's right. Now, I got called today, Casper, by a lawyer who's going to write a thing for me. He can't go public, but he says it's unconstitutional, her case. They just can't do it. But the only person in Australia that can challenge the new laws in Queensland is her, because she's the only person in Australia withstanding. But so if she could get organized or something and go to court, they would throw those laws out. So that's really interesting. You know what I mean? So This is how it is. And he's saying he's adamant that it's not possible, but he's the only one. You look like a man of wisdom, says Min. Really? Is it? Do you think it's the cat? Do you think it's the hat that brings out the wisdom? And South Bay Ray. You know, South Bay Ray says, I need a lady for my penis. And you know, South Bay Ray, you're probably not going to get it with that attitude. You know, that's probably not it. You know, maybe you could put yourself on a poster or something. You know, it just doesn't really just doesn't really work. You know, Simon. Yeah, well, Simon is a very interesting individual. He's very, very loving, very thin man. He's got a great dog, and yeah. Laughter releases endorphins and exercises your diaphragm perfect. And this is it. Now I want to say this. This is reality. This is true. This is not a question. This is true. So you get up and you think, you know, Netanyahu is attacking Gaza. Now he's attacking Iran. And Trump's backing him and letting him. And Albo's letting it happen. This is we've got to do something. Yeah, why don't you get on the phone and call Trump? Oh, you don't have his number. Well, call Netanyahu. You don't have his number. Somebody must have his number. Maybe we could put it in the quiz. What's Netanyahu's number? Don't even have Albo's number. I think with the social media and all the algorithms whipping it up, that they come in and smash you and smash you and smash you and smash you with all this, that you feel you're something more to this than what it is. And I know there's probably people dying in Iran today, and I've seen things that contradictory to say the people are rising up and taking over, and I hope they do. And you hear all these other things. But I think that's saying this is not an ignorance, but this is what we see with people struggling with this, doing it full time, is taking a bit of a break and taking the piss, you know, because, and a perfect example is when the Zulus attacked Rorke's Rift, and when the Zulus managed to wipe out all that English army, one of the greatest defeats between a modern army and an army basically with spears. When that happened, it took months for the news to reach England. So they had plenty of time to prepare how they were going to do it. There's even a story that the reason they gave so many Victoria Crosses, because there was more Victoria Crosses given for Rorke's Drift than any time in English history, I think, was because they were trying to cover up the great loss that they'd had. And we, the people above us, no one has that time anymore. As soon as it happens, it's done. And so it's like we're going crazy. And to not go crazy, maybe you have to have some fun and just go, it's bonkers. It's nuts. Have this, you know. Maybe we were thinking of, and this is a trial run really, as Loved Up is, using what resources we have. So the person who didn't like what I'm doing, I'm sorry, I don't have a studio. I'm sorry, I'm not Carl Stefanovic with billions of dollars. I'm sorry, I'm just, you know, basically homeless in a bus. But we're doing what we're doing to show that maybe this is a way we can do. And it happened when I interviewed the Iranian woman, Malika. Now, Malika told me something which made me think, wow. And love your book, that my beautiful daughter for my 8th birthday. Thanks, Zelda. Happy birthday for that. Yeah, thanks. So what she said was before the Ayatollah took over, when the Shah was in power, the Iranians were famous for dancing. If they bought a house, they'd have a house. And if you've heard this before, I'm sorry, but they bought a house, they'd have a house, and they'd have all this space in the house for partying and dancing, because that was a huge thing. They loved partying. When the regime came in, they outlawed public dancing. And now, this is what she claims. And so you can't dance publicly, or you couldn't. And that's why they're all dancing recently, apparently. And I've got to say apparently, because I literally don't know what's true or not. Like everyone else, we don't know. We really don't know. And so, but what I realized was we used to take the piss in this country. We were famous for it. Paul Hogan, Dame Edna Everage, all these great comedians, they took the piss. And we loved it. It is so healthy for a community to have the moral strength to laugh at themselves, to not take themselves more seriously. Well, we've been just so serious for 5 years. It's amazing. Our sprinters aren't like that. And now I think it's time to protest by doing the other way, by actually laughing. Even if they arrest us for taking the piss, imagine going to jail for a joke. I mean, I don't want to be in jail, but it's huge. It's a huge protest. It's happening in England now. And I'm just reading the comments as they're going. And so I think this is another way. Not that Cafe Locks, it's just going to do jokes and jokes. But when we had Loved Up, it was fun to get people laughing. And what I think is what I meant by that phone call is there is nothing I can do from this bus which will have any effect on the war in Iran. Nothing. You know, I'm not full of myself. I don't believe, I'm going to do this. I'm going to have this very revealing thing with this man on, and he knows all about it, and he's going to say this, and Trump's going to watch my video and go, Netanyahu, we've got to stop the war. I just saw Cafe Lockdown. Michael's not happy. Oh, really? Okay, stop the war. No problem. It ain't going to happen. We are, or I am, a pawn. And my job, I think, is basically remain sane, try not to get corrupted and twisted and full of hate. Like even we had a great speech at Topolini's, a great day at Topolini's the other day. Thank you so much for that. But you have people, even in a movement, coming up with petty things, attacking each other. And it's like, what? Why are we attacking each other? What's the point? You know, even if you win, you say, okay, I've taken out every other person of prominence. Now I'm the most prominent person. And you know what? I can do nothing. You can do fuck all. I'm sorry. But yeah, you're not going to stop Trump. You're not going to stop the war. This is long. This is slow. And our power has to rise organically and slow. And the way we do that is to build a community. And the best way to build a community is not to be telling people you have to believe in chemtrails, or you have to believe in common law, or you have to believe in anything else. No. We just enjoy each other's company. We have fun together. We laugh. We get on. We become what we were in Epic. This group of people who basically said no to society. We don't want to jump through any more hoops, and came together and found there's a whole army of people who don't want to jump through hoops. They don't want to rip down Parliament. It's like the Blue Bee thing, which I don't actually have at the moment. They want to be a productive part of society, but they want to think for themselves. They want to be an individual. And to me, that, a wrong war, Michael, that was Vladimir, you're wrong. Thanks, Andrew. There's no wonder I couldn't understand the word he said. Anyway, there's this is what I'm thinking. If you have any suggestions, put them through. And this is to all podcasters everywhere. Because, you know, be honest, I'm bored of it. Someone comes up to me and goes, chemtrails, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. If you do, they say, oh, it's strong. Yeah, okay, I know. What I'm interested in is how do we as a people come together, be together, and imagine if we started meeting up. Imagine if we went to pubs and they had quiz shows about conspiracy nights done by better quiz masters than me. I don't know what the F I'm doing. I'm just giving you a suggestion that could work like this. And suddenly they're taking off. And night by night, you know, once a week they go there and we're all talking about all this stuff that has been bringing us down. Instead, we're all laughing at it. And what I do know is those who want to suppress us, those who want to control us, the one thing they hate is being mocked. Look at Albanese. He didn't like the fact that he was, you know, photographed in a bikini, even though he looked very good in a bikini, in various bikinis. I was very surprised for a middle-aged dad, you know, middle-aged man or a bit older than that with a dad bod. He looked pretty good. Not as good as Abbott, you know, but Abbott's got those significant budgies from all the stuff he's done, but, you know, he's still pretty good. So anyway, that is it. That's 54 minutes. I'm going to F off because it's Monday. We had a huge day yesterday with Mark Aldridge and John in the morning. And then, I'm going to go out with Emily So that first song we played, um, actually, no, I might do that. Actually, I'll give Simon a treat because Simon heard this song. So Simon's a muso, builder. He's just a great guy, and we're staying at at his place for now, and until he gets sick of us, or until the war dies, or whoever knows who knows what's ahead of us with this future. We are in uncharted territory. If there's who knows? We're making this up as we go along, and I think it's all been made. I don't know. Anyway, we're sitting with him, and he's showing us some of his songs. He's got great songs. We'll be using some of them, and we're showing him some of mine, and we're talking about AI and all this stuff, and we even did an AI version of this song after Simon did it. We actually put it into AI, and they did a cover version of Simon's version. But I have to admit, I prefer Simon's version because, as Emily said last night, AI punched out a perfect sounding version. And even though it's perfect, it's boring. It's boring. Where Simon's version here, this is him sitting in his house. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. He's going to head off to his work, and he stayed behind to do this. And what the story is, and I'll tell you what the story is. I met a man in Melbourne one night who was in a doorway, and he was a truckie. And I wanted to know how he ended up being homeless, and it was clearly the drink. And what he'd been a truck driver for a long time, and he'd really loved it. I actually liked this, and he'd really loved it. But they'd raised the times to where he couldn't really make them, so he'd started taking amphetamines, and then he'd had an accident, and he hadn't, even though the courts let him off, he couldn't. So he was just one of the pawns of life, someone who got, chewed up by corporate greed, really. And on this night, he knows he's dying. Sounds sad. He knows he's dying. And at the moment, people ignore him anyway because he's homeless. But the last line is, "Tomorrow I'll be easier to ignore," because he knows he's probably not going to see the morning. And there's some real beauty to the tragedy of our lives, of some of our lives. People go through all these things, trying to make sense of it. We all sit up there listening to the stories of the rich and famous, but our lives and stories are the stuff of novels. And I know because my novel's out there and it's just full of ordinary people in there. And this is what we do. It is time to be proud of ourselves. And to be proud of ourselves, we need to be strong. And the best way to be strong is to have the courage to laugh at each other. We're not cared we get offended. We have a movement with people with passionate, different ideas. And maybe we can all come together and still be mates, even though someone believes in common law or this new thing that Julian's got out, and it sounds pretty cool, and all these other things, but we don't cancel each other because we think differently, because that's why we ended up here. They canceled us because we said no. And so why would we do that to our own kind? Now is the period not to attack each other to win some senseless victory. Now is the time to be kind to each other. Now is the time to have respect for each other, because anyone now who's still here, who still hasn't complied and gone back to the government, who's basically questioning everything that's happening, well, you're a veteran of this war and you have earned your stripes and you deserve our respect. Even if you think differently from me, doesn't matter. You've proven yourself and you're a veteran. Anyway, that's me ranting on. So you know what I do. I'll talk forever. And I hope you have a good shot of that hat to laser. Maybe I'll take a portrait of it. Anyway, that was the song. Thanks, Susie. We'll try working it and see. And we asked AI, but AI didn't really come up with any funny comments, funny questions. So we'll keep going and see how we go. Just basically looking for anything. Anyone has any ideas on how we can lift our community? Because I think if our community starts laughing more, starts dancing more, starts enjoying being alive more. 832 gatherings. I see the one is going on in Victoria. It looks fantastic. I wish it was there. More things like that, having fun. I think more people start questioning, who are these guys? Because our life is miserable and these people are dancing. And I, after 6 years, I want to start dancing too. So that might bring them to us rather than some of the other things we've been doing. This is the hill we will die laughing on. Ben, I love you. You're so good at these things, man. Maybe you should come on. Think about it, huh? This is the hill we die laughing on. Perfect. Anyway, I'll let you go. I've annoyed you for so much. This is was there anything more? This is Simon O'Rourke, and this is called The Truck Driver's Prayer. And in it, the truck driver at the end, g'day, Adrian, good to see you, brother. In the end, he says a prayer. He knows he can't go to heaven. So in a prayer, he just wants God to be merciful enough to let him just roll back and forth down the country roads and he won't hurt anyone. That's all he wants. Will he get it? Who knows? Anyway, so this is the song. This is Simon's first draft, done at 10 a.m. in the morning. We've had about a day doing it. But, g'day, Lawrence. This is all humans, no AI. No AI. This is just humanity making something of worth or beauty about another human whose life ended tragically. This is the truck driver's prayer. Good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow with, we're not sure yet, but I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.
From my cupboard bed, I'm watching you heading home. Grim-faced and rushing like it's in your mobile phone. Tomorrow I'll be there to ignore. And I can feel the silence knocking on my bones. But the road is gone, my bottle has run dry. And I can feel the darkness scrape my soul. Cold and hungry, I got nowhere to go. And after all these miles, I got nowhere to go. I'm lonelier now than I've ever been on the road. I made good time, so I've got left alone. How far would you go to stay inside the drain? They squeeze the time, so I turn to amphetamine. But if I hit the car in the city, who knows? But I'm out here on the highway, and I can still hear her silence. Oh Lord, I know I can come home, but in your mercy, won't you let me roam? Like a lonesome breeze blowing to and fro, but I would never, no, I'd never hurt no one. But God is quiet, the bottle has run dry, and I can feel the silence in my bones. I guess I was right when I sang to you easier to ignore. Easier to ignore.
How beautiful is that? Just one more thing I wanted to say too. I'll be seeing Robin this week, and you know, I think a good break's going to do her well. You know, there's it's very hard for everyone going on, and to anyone else, I mean, all of us have been attacked on this thing. I get attacked from everyone, but I'm not participating. I'm not. There's no reason for us to go down into the gutter attacking each other. There's just no reason, and I won't participate. And I think the movement as itself needs 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 to display itself as we're better than just petty uh pettily attacking each other and looking like rabble online and looking of no use to anyone else. We have to be the best we can be, not for each other, not even for our children, but for our children, our children's children, who they hopefully will be here, and others, because the quality of their liberty will decide on what we do now with our lives. I think that's the important thing. I don't know if the quiz show helped, but I do really, really believe that the best way to go forward, what the world desperately needs, what the Australians who are ever born desperately need, is for us frail human beings with all our problems and all our baggage to reach into ourselves and bring the best of us to this great storm that is approaching us. And I believe there's a great storm approaching us. I don't know what it is, but I believe it. I feel it. And I'm hoping I'm wrong. Anyway, good night to you all. I love you all. I don't usually say crap like that, but I do. Even to the ones that hate me, I love you all because I've got so much respect, because I truly believe our community, basically, it is populated by some of the strongest Australians that have ever existed. And it's an honor to be a part of you. And it's an honor to record your stories when I get to doing that. Take care.